All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Matt Madness Wrestling Podcast that you're watching and listening to. I'm your host for tonight, Aaron Lloyd. I'm joined with my guy, Ek the Model, Trembicki, and a newcomer, new friend,
just here for a
Hacksaw
good
J.
time.
Duggan.
We got a celebrity in the house.
Yes, we do. Hacksaw J. Duggan, welcome. How you doing? And some context for Ek the Model, Trembicki, because this shit's been on my timeline for 2 weeks.
Oh my fucking goodness! Good
Couldn't
thing
get
it's
away
not
from
a family show.
Couldn't get away from him.
I wasn't thrilled that was like the initial, like the main first slide. I was like, geez, this is definitely not my favorite of them. But yeah, had to support my homie CJ with his Doom Future line. He did a wrestling release, his first one. So cop up, limited release. He's got just a few pieces left.
Yes. Yeah, that really did pop me. Everybody reposted, like, look at this fucker. All right. But, as always, subscribe on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean, YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notifications, turn thumbs up. So Jay's the first time here. Jay, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into some stuff.
I'm popping my cherry tonight, pause.
No Diddy.
No Diddy,
right? No Diddy, my bad, yeah. I want to get canceled my first appearance here. But yeah, man.
They still got me on here. They should have canceled me years ago. So you all right?
All right, but I'm gonna just get crazy then. Pause. No Diddy.
Might as well.
Right. But kid from New York. Been living in Philadelphia for the last, West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground. Wrestling most of my days. Big wrestling fan. Obviously if they know me, if anybody that knows me, my kids is wrestling. Sports, whatever. Been watching wrestling since '96, since I was 4 years old. Done so much with wrestling. Wrestling has gave me a different life. Traveled the world for wrestling. Met so many people. Met these guys because of wrestling. Been doing this for a very long time. I do a podcast as well, True Hill Heat. Whenever I decide to show up, ain't really much these days, but when I try to show up, I usually review AEW, watch-alongs, whatever the case may be. Catch me at a local wrestling show or a Big Four pay-per-view or me and the wrestlers, whatever the case may be. Just a big fan. The Rock is my dad. He doesn't know it yet, but The Rock is my father. The Viper guy, Randy Orton, my favorite. I love Mercedes Moné. That's my wife if she ever decides to get divorced. So yeah, it's a big mark. Wrestling, hip hop, culture, just love the culture, just love everything about it. Love the nostalgia, all the moments, before, everybody like to throw around that F word when they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to professional wrestling. If you want to be honest, a lot of this world isn't even real, for being honest. But we're not going to get deep into that. It's going to keep its Mania week. It's a great week. Got a lot going on. Got a lot to do.
It's like I always say, wrestling's real, people are fake.
100%. I trust wrestling before I trust any motherfucker. So,
especially these bitches.
Okay, so it's funny you say that. So before we get started, Triple H is my dad. That's number one. Two,
as you can tell.
Two. WrestleMania's in town, so it's like even like the most casual, like the non-wrestling fan knows about it. So at work, like my guy I work next to, he's like, WrestleMania's coming or whatever. So one of the guys at my job, he looks like Pierce Brosnan. So he was like, "Oh, you watched that fake shit?" I'm like, so I was like, "Okay, so you see, so when you was in 007, you jumped off that fucking mountain. What the fuck was that?"
The damn show wasn't real.
That was just stunt double, and it was great. Green screen.
It probably wasn't even you. It was a stunt double.
Exactly. It couldn't help but the laugh.
That shit kills me so much. Like people love talking about how you watch that fake shit, bro. Reality TVs are one of the biggest things in the world. None of that shit is real. We love movies. We love cartoons. We even these fake rap beats. All that shit is not real. None of it is real. It's all entertainment. Just like wrestling, it's all entertainment. What they do, what they put their bodies through every night to perform for us, that's not real. The outcome obviously is predetermined, but that's literally the only part. The steps they take to get to the finish line, all that shit ain't fake. Let me hit you with a chair. Let me hit you with a kendo stick. Let me throw you against some ropes and put your ass.
I drink enough of these. You're gonna see me hit someone with a chair this weekend.
All right, so we all have children. Has your kid ever jumped on you from the top of the couch? That shit hurts.
She did it before I got up here. She didn't want to go to sleep.
That shit hurts a lot. So imagine a guy that's 250 with like 3% body fat, jumping on top of you.
Fucking painful.
But before we get into the preview, what have you guys been into and what you guys watched over the last week or so? I'll start with you, Jay.
I just finished watching Dynamite before we went live.
Good show.
It was all right. I hate Tony trying to save face with that Adam promo. Give me a fucking break. Like he must be sending out the company email to everybody.
You think he got a little bonus to do that this?
100%. I don't even think he knew he was going to be there tonight. He probably like, I'll send you the jet, Adam. Get there for me, please. Big up the company. He didn't even have his belt. Like
it came out to the end of it.
Yeah, like that shit was so corny. Yeah, definitely a rep. He got that joint right home. Tony hit him up right before he had whatever he was doing. He's like, please get here. But it was a good promo nonetheless. Edge was fired. I keep calling him Edge. Adam was fired up. And but
delivered.
I saw Raw as well.
I wasn't overly like blown away by the show. I did enjoy it, but I also like the past couple weeks, and I hate to say it because I'm a big AEW fan, but the past like 2 weeks, I've been on a fast forward. Like I'm talking like 2019, 2021 Raw mode. Like, all right, I'll watch the whole thing, and like I was watching 3-hour Raws in 40 minutes, and I felt like Dynamite match came on. I was like, or the tag match was about to start. I was like, I'm gonna go cook a second dinner.
I feel you though, because I feel like ever since Big Business, or even the week after Big Business, it's kind of like I won't say that they're like going downhill, but it hasn't.
It's just steady. There's been nothing really up.
Exactly, there's been no progress. I mean, maybe obviously Dynasty's coming up. Like the card looks good. The ending segment tonight with Joe and Strickland was fire.
It was good.
Yeah, that was fire. That made Swerve look like yo. I ain't gonna stay there. That show stuff. He gotta win. He already lost a triple threat.
And Joe looks good enough now where it's not a bad reign.
Yeah, it's Joe. Samoa Joe. He's already established, man. Like he'll be all right.
Here's a good question for both of you. I was wondering this in my head at the end of this segment. He looks so strong here. He had that long record-breaking ROH TV title reign, relinquished it, had a short reign with the TNT title. Can we say at this point his AEW run has been better than his WWE run? Maybe if you exclude NXT, we go.
I was literally just about to say that. If you exclude NXT, maybe, but before he got hurt, like the first time, like the 500 times he got hurt, he was on a fast track when he went to Raw.
What was that 2019? Like the Brock stuff. Like that was hot. But we're gonna say like he was hot for 3 months, and then how long has he been here now? A year, 2 years? Like he's done some shit.
How long has Joe been? I don't remember his debut to be honest, but it has to be like 2 years.
Well, the thing with comparing to the WWE stuff, and like especially when Vince was around, Vince's whole moniker. Joe's one of those guys that doesn't need a title, so I think Joe has way more moments in WWE that are better than the ones he has in AEW. But as far as like accolades, of course he has more in AEW because like every time Joe got to the top of the card, of course he lost. Like we had the stuff with AJ, which was fantastic. We'll get to some of that in a little bit. The stuff with Kofi, anything he did with anybody was pretty much top notch. It's just the fact that he got the short end of the stick at the end of it and then was relegated to wherever next after he would finish the big program.
I feel like with the Joe stuff, like in WWE, we're gonna get to stay with the WWE Joe. He set it up good. They had good setups, good promos, good stuff headed into the feuds. But a lot of the matches did not deliver. Like after the AJ match, the SummerSlam match was dope. And then they dragged it, and then they just had all these wacky finishes, count outs, all this nonsense that I felt like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, like their craft, they didn't need that.
Should have been better.
So yeah, so they kind of fucked that up. Like I get it that he's more of a storytelling, or especially at that time, was more of a storytelling oriented company. But those two guys, that's what I hate about AJ's run. Granted, AJ had that title for a year, but like a lot of shit that should have been much better when he was champion did not deliver, from the Nakamura stuff to even, again, when he goes on the face feud with Joe. It was things that could have been done much better.
Honestly, when you guys brought that feud up, I forgot the title was involved.
Yeah.
What the Joe? The Joe
with AJ. With AJ.
Oh, yeah.
And also, like, you brought up Kofi. I don't remember that match. Like, as you say it now, it's like when I think of, because I'm guessing that was Kofi Mania during that, like when I had the title. Joe's the last person I remember him challenging for the belt.
It was like a 1-off because he went in the feud with he had like a few 1-offs. He had that one. He had the one with Ziggler, and then he did the
his only thing memorable was that summer with the Fatal 4-Way. And did he ever have a singles match against Brock?
Who Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so yeah, Great Balls of Fire, and then there was the 4-Way.
The 4-Way
SummerSlam. So you had those two, and then really the only other thing would have been that SmackDown promo where he aired everybody out. That's all main roster stuff I really remember with him.
All right, so Eric, did you see anything? Did you watch anything else?
So I was at the salsa bar this weekend, so I seen a whole lot of dancing. But aside from that, really just Raw, and then MMA Hour. I just watched Cody's interview and Punk's interview. So outside of Dynamite, both of those. Jay, have you seen either of them yet?
Oh yeah, I saw Punk's. I loved it. I mean, a lot of the AEW fans are highly upset, but whatever.
I think, and again, maybe I'm gonna sound like Punk's lawyer here, but I think they're blown out of proportion because he does put over. He's like, I don't regret going there. He said the stuff that happened outweighs all the bad. There was stuff like he put over. Like he's like, I worked with Sting. I worked with Sting in the Greensboro Coliseum. Like that wasn't even on the bucket list. Like that wasn't even something that I thought was possible.
But the clickbait stuff, the clickbait, the stuff that obviously what gets everybody talking, and bringing up the situation with Tony and Perry. But most of the motherfuckers didn't even watch the whole thing. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Of course.
They just get that little thing.
It's the Punk haters. He gets the attention like that. But interview is great. I mean, it's the modern version of the what was the Colt Cabana?
The Colt Cabana one. Honestly,
it's 9 years, 10 years later. It's the same. It's very similar.
Yeah, Ariel Helwani did his thing interviewing the wrestler the last week or so with him.
Yeah, Cody one was real good. Becky.
Yeah, I saw clips of it. I'm like, the shit you talking about, this must be
whole app's good. Whole app good.
I'll watch that later.
The one little snippet, which I love, we all know that Flair always talks about how he bought Shawn a Rolex for their Mania match. Mm-hmm. Cody may have bought more than just he didn't name anyone else, but he said he was asked how is his relationship with him and Seth, and he said they'll always be competitive, but they do. He's like, we can still be friends. And then he takes off a Rolex. He said, if you see in the back, he's like, I got him grade 40. He said, me and Seth are matching. I'm like, that's cool. It's cool to also hear that before the match. Like, you think like the Peacock special in a year about Mania, or like 3 months that's made about this Mania. Like we're gonna hear that, but it's pretty cool to hear about that before the match.
And that's so crazy because the thing, literally, like just like a year or so ago, they did not fuck with each other like at all. They was not rocking at all. So to see like the irony that Cody's teaming with a guy that he was not fucking with just a year ago in the main event of WrestleMania, which kind of started their downfall of their relationship. When he returned at Mania, man, wrestling. See, you don't get this shit nowhere else, man.
Us men can be stumbling. Like we can be stubborn. I'm stubborn. I'll hold a grudge for 23 years.
I don't fuck a motherfucker since I was a kid. I don't care.
But I love it's only in pro wrestling will you see that shit get squashed.
Never say never. That's one thing about wrestling. Always never say never, man.
Yeah. So I'll talk about that first. I did watch the Punk interview on the MMA Hour. It was music to my ears. But
see anything negative about AEW, he going
no. It's not even that.
Rock with AEW?
No, it's not even that. I have the same views as a lot of people do. I understand they're that niche. AEW is for, like Punk said, that's the way I feel about it. AEW is for that niche audience. It's not. They're not for a TV. Yeah, they're not building a TV show. because how many times have they shown somebody from Japan and just pop them up on a TV screen? It's like who's this? Why do I care? But it's basic TV stuff 101. And then as far as like what you hear about the dynamic backstage with AEW and Tony Khan, Punk summed it up perfectly. And if anybody, we all have jobs, we all have bosses, and the way he summed up Tony Khan is perfect. He's a nice guy, but he's not a boss. Everybody's not meant to be a boss. Like Vince McMahon, when he did that interview a couple years ago with Pat McAfee, the one thing about him he said was, which I really like, was like, oh, that's brilliant. That's why you're so good at business. He doesn't avoid a confrontation. He embraces it. And me and Eric, we talked about this when Collision first started. The Collision was started for the problem children.
Yeah, exactly. That's really what it was.
And CM Punk basically,
everybody was disgruntled, got sent to side.
Exactly. CM Punk confirmed that. So a lot of things that we talked about on this show were actually factual. And like he said, like you guys said, like everything's clickbait, but I kind of like we've done this podcast for like 8 years, so I consider myself somewhat of a journalist. You gotta do your research. You gotta listen to actually what somebody says. So like you guys said, he doesn't regret his time there. The good outweighed the bad. It's like one thing just happened that overtook it, but he's not regretting anything he did in AEW. But the stuff that CM Punk said is not nothing we haven't heard from anybody else. I'm not sure you guys remember, but I believe it was last summer or the summer before when Mox was supposed to be on vacation and he won the title. And he said he wasn't under contract. He could have showed up at SummerSlam with the belt. It's like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
When Regal came back, he's like, what's going on over there? Who's in charge? And things like that. So nothing that we haven't talked about as a whole, but it was pretty much somewhat confirmed by CM Punk.
My one last little tidbit I want to put in on that, or at least the whole thing on it. Like, again, I love AEW. It was cool to have an alternative. It still is cool to have an alternative. It's, is the steam there that was there from 2019 to 2022? Unfortunately not. But I pray they get it back. The one thing I'll just never forget, I was in New Jersey at a barbecue at a friend's house, and I'm literally like pulling YouTube TV up because I saw something on social media. I go to Collision and I'm watching the beginning. I'm listening to TK and I'm just like, my God, they really fired him. I'm just like,
yeah, that was
just
crazy.
his whole. Now again, we can't really compare the two. Him and Vince, they're different, and besides financially, they're different in probably 99 out of 100 ways. But I'm just like, man, Vince would never do anything like this.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
I was scared for my life. Like, Vince wasn't for that. Like,
Vince with a smile. And I also said, like, when him and Jack Perry had that interaction. Well, first of all, that story's crazy, by the way. But I said on the show, if Vince was in charge, Punk would have faced Perry the next week at All Out.
Yeah, they would have been feuding. Immediately.
Probably would have been best for business. They might have been able to start contention. A year from that, they might buy each other Rolexes.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Or G-Shocks, which one of the two?
Exactly. So
Apple
moving
Watch.
on from that,
Apple
I also did watch Dad on Sneaker Shopping.
Oh, you okay?
Oh my God! If that wasn't the most dad
shoes like a fucking
oh my
dad.
God, that wasn't the most daddish shit I've seen in my life.
Blazers.
But it was PR 101, and like
he
Joe
hooked his daughters up.
I know, like Joe LaPuma, I appreciate it because he was excited. He was amped.
He a fan. Real one.
I know. My favorite part though was when he handed him that bootleg DX shirt, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" he's like the pop of the shirts, man. The rest of it is so expensive. I showed you the Stone Cold, and he was like, "Yeah, they're expensive." Then he pulled up this bootleg DX shirt, and he has no recollection of it. Amazing. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen on Amazon, John Cena has a movie called Ricky Stenicki.
Yeah,
with Zac Efron.
I haven't seen it yet. I watched the extended trailer. It was so good.
Hilarious.
One of my coworkers was watching it during his downtime. He said, "This thing is funny as hell." I gotta see that.
Yo, like his whole premise of him when he was working on stage, he was singing songs but replacing them with dick jokes. So everything was like, yo, it's really good. It's really good.
No, it was fantastic. John Cena as a comedic character is perfect.
Yes, it's so crazy. So crazy to see where he's at now.
It is, and the last thing I did watch the Bray Wyatt documentary.
I started.
I thought it was really good, and like the stuff they hit on, because we always heard about how like creative he was, especially with this whole Fiend stuff. How like he had like the movie makers with the mask, so they show the relationship with that, etc. I thought that was really interesting and good. You know, like I held it together.
I did
until JoJo start balling.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That whole ending sequence when they talk about his death. Because
that had me like balling.
I'm getting emotional thinking about it all over.
Yeah, like because like she's telling the story, and like he legit like took a nap, and she found him like that. That was rough.
Girl, that beautiful shouldn't have to suffer that.
Yeah, it was like wow. Because like both started like crying first, but like with the JoJo, that took it to the next level. Like God, damn, that's rough.
And I got the good chills. I hate. Oh man.
That was rough. But it was really well done though. Of course, they go through his whole career. A lot of stuff is like never before seen footage as well. So we get a nice look at some stuff we'd never seen before. But I highly recommend it. It was done really well. And of course, we heard rumors a couple weeks ago, and they did tease like the return of like Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, that was dope. That was fire at the end. They did that perfectly. It's so sad and eerie, like the fact that he was right. They were about to start writing a book on him, and he had all those audio clips for his book, like right before he died, and it basically ends up being the thing to talk about his story that he's no longer. That shit is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that was the only thing. Well, the only thing I didn't watch, I did want to watch, was the Roman Reigns A&E documentary. I didn't get a chance to watch
that. That was great too. Yeah, I watched.
I didn't get a chance yet.
Gotta watch that one. That was really good. I was actually when they showed all the biographies they were doing for A&E. That was the main one I wanted to see, because that's the only guy who doesn't really have.
It's not that. Everyone's already been redone before.
Yeah, everyone already had. Every single person they had up there already had one. They've never done one for Roman. So for him to get that at this stage of his career, that was nice.
All right, so we'll get into the WrestleMania right now. So we're going to lump up the Bloodline night 1 and night 2 together. So Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes are going to team up to take on The Rock and Roman Reigns. Jay, I'll start with you. Thoughts and who's winning in night 1?
Oh, well, my dad and Roman. That's easy. They're gonna make it. I'm kinda maybe a little bit leaning towards Seth and Cody, only because they already did the Bloodline match on Raw, which I didn't like. They should have saved that only for if that was the stipulation they're gonna have for night 2. It would have meant more for them to just save it from this weekend for Mania. But it ended in a no contest basically. So. So I was like, okay, that's probably gonna definitely be the stipulation for night 2. But I have Rock and Roman. There's no way Roman's losing twice in 1 weekend. There's no way.
I want to, but before you go, I want to bring this up because when me and Eric talk about this, we've been all over the place for the whole build of this, because I keep adding different layers. Like you think this, and they change and go in a different direction. Yeah, I love it, and it keeps it's so unpredictable.
It's the best.
Now there was something that popped up last week that was like a fan theory, because we all know in Triple H and WWE the smallest stuff matters. So there was something when Roman was fighting Cody in the parking lot on the truck. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It was a picture of John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, people have been speculating that that's somewhat of an Easter egg for the match. I'm not sure if you think that, but give me your thoughts on that, because I personally don't know what they can do, because there's rumors that they're all going to be there and have some involvement that nobody knows, but they don't fit into this. I don't think there's really.
They fit in on night 2. They fit in on night 2.
Listen, The Rock, they can do it. The Rock is Stone Cold. We all know that's The Rock's biggest rival, biggest box office. His 1A and 1B, the Attitude Era. When you think of the Attitude Era, who do you think of? Those two, easily. Not even a second thought in your mind. However, I don't know if you guys saw, but ironically enough, we're talking about Easter eggs. Somebody sent Austin an Easter basket of beer. and he
Cody.
posted it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, so also like somebody sent him an Easter basket of beer. I'm like, oh, that's another Easter egg. So
Pun
I
intended.
see him, yeah.
Easter
So I see
egg.
Stone Cold definitely showing up just to have a. It don't even have to be nothing crazy. Have a face off, and you could tie Cena into this. Remember, he was feuding with the Bloodline before he left. Solo beat him,
and he's got the history with Rock.
Yeah, exactly. And Solo beat him. That was the last thing he did. Solo took him out. So Cena they could easily interject Cena back into that.
So whether look, I got the Bloodline winning on night one. But there's been a few, not many. It's been like 2. There's been some Bloodline rules matches. So this just be another one. So it's like a theme. This way, like years from now. Oh, remember them Bloodline matches? Yeah, there was a few on Raw. There was that SummerSlam one. There was one on Mania.
Oh, right, the SummerSlam one. Yeah. So, they call that tribal. No, it's tribal combat.
Tribal combat.
Tribal combat. But they said Bloodline rules for it too. So so night 2, we're gonna have Cody, and Seth's gonna be beat up because he's dropping the strap earlier in the night. Seth, maybe he comes out and helps him, maybe Jay comes, but then he's got 2 people in his corner. Then on the other side, there's gonna be 3. And maybe one of them 2 aren't even there. Boom, glass shatters. Here comes Austin to handle Rock. Here comes Cena, handle the Usos. It's perfect. It's a feel-good moment. It's 3 megastar baby faces. You got the one from the 90s, early 2000s, one from the 2010s. We got the biggest baby face right now. It's a beautiful moment. So that Easter egg is that, those guys were pictured there, and you don't even see when the Mania tour buses are going around. That bus isn't mobile.
It's not moving. Right.
All right. So you guys sold me on that. So Eric, those were your thoughts on the whole situation, on the whole match, and your prediction was
night one, Bloodline wins. We'll flip it. Last year we had the feel good moment on night 1. You got the sad moment on night 2. We're gonna flip flop it this year,
and it ties into the story. I'm not bad at control, but it ties into the story. Cody and Roman lose. Roman and Rock beat Cody again. Cody goes into night 2 even more questioning himself. So
yeah. Okay, so I have no doubt Bloodline wins night 1 because Cody doesn't lose anything. So that Bloodline wins night 1. Now you guys sold me on the inclusion of Austin and Cena because it does make sense. Because in our thought process, we were like, okay, The Rock and Cody are in cahoots. With that ass beating, I don't think anybody's in cahoots.
Mm-hmm.
That would make no sense. That would make absolutely no sense. So you guys sold me on that, and I love me a good
2 ass beatings.
Yeah, yes. So you guys sold me on that. So I do buy that. And one thing about Roman Reigns matches, we know there's cinema. So I do know I do know there will be a point in time in this match where last year's ending of the match ends up happening in this match, but this time Cody kicks out.
Right.
And speaking of Jay, you don't know this, but my favorite match of all time is Triple H versus The Rock, Backlash 2000.
That's your favorite match of all time?
Yes, it is. Overbooking at its finest.
Ironically, Stone Cold being involved.
Yeah. Overbooking at its finest. It was told perfectly.
Greatest Raw match of all time: Rock versus Foley. Austin involved.
Funny thing is that vest he wore was he wore it the night after.
After he won the title. Yeah, that's why I marked out like, damn, that was after he won it at the after Backlash.
Yeah, so I remember that.
Wearing a replica of it for night 2.
Oh yeah, you go pull up that.
My money.
Out.
My money funny. My money's funny. But yes, I do.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I do agree that Cody does win this match. I do agree that this match will be overbooked to its fullest potential.
100%.
But it will be told perfectly, and Cody finally finishes the story. So we'll transition from that to Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the world title. Punk on commentary. Now, I was a fan of Punk being the referee, but I'm not sure how physical he would be able to get. And I did like that they teased that on the Chicago episode of Raw when the referee and Punk showed he could actually count. I did like that. But I'll go to Eric first on this one. Thoughts on Rollins and McIntyre and who leaves World Heavyweight Champion?
I think this match is going to over deliver. Obviously, the world title picture between the two titles is the one that is the less focal point. I think the match is going to be a banger. Seth Rollins being our era's Shawn Michaels, McIntyre doing some of his best work right now. I'm sticking to what I've been saying since day one. Ever since Punk's been hurt, the best way to do it, redo Mania 31. And as the match is about to end, Priest cashes in and Drew's even more livid. Or give Drew the nod, let him have it for 10 minutes, and then Priest cashes in. I want to see Priest cash in that Mania.
Jay?
I agree with you there. There is no reason whatsoever that Seth walks out as champion. He's coming off a freaking match with Rock and Roman. Drew is at peak right now. He is just killing it. Seth already beat Drew twice. You cannot have Drew lose again at Mania. And then even if they do want to go that route and not put the belt back on Drew, like you said, Priest finally cashes in because he's starting to look like useless with that damn briefcase. So do something to get a spark. I got them losing the tag titles anyway, night one. So hopefully that is the case. He can go right into cashing in the next night. I don't want him to have a long reign because honestly, I don't think Priest is that established yet or even taking that kind of serious yet to even have a long title reign. So I got Drew winning. There's no other. It should be no other reason. There should be no reason why he does not win on night two outside of a whole cash-in situation.
All right. Yeah. So I'm in agreement with you guys. McIntyre does win. McIntyre's been excellent throughout this entire time, and I do think Punk will get physical. And I also do think that Punk,
he's getting attacked for sure.
Yeah. And I do think Punk will somewhat, in a way, cost Rollins the match because even though he has problems with both guys, I think the biggest problem he has is right now is with McIntyre. So I do think Punk inadvertently helps McIntyre win the title on Sunday. So I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre and more bloodline action. We got Jay versus Jimmy Uso. I'm pissed this is happening on night one because I'm only going to night two.
Are you going to night two?
Yeah, just night two.
Night one's always the better night, man.
I can't do both, bro.
I'm not saying do both. I'm just saying night ones, like the track record lately, is usually the better night. So
it has,
and I wasn't
but
the Rock, so
my selling point was the main event.
The story.
Yeah.
He has adrenaline in his soul. You gotta understand.
Is it Cody Crybaby?
I am.
hope.
Oh man.
I am. So thoughts on Jimmy versus Jay, and who you guys going with?
Jimmy. Jimmy needs this win way more than Jay. Jimmy's been floundering since they split brands. Jay obviously he's been killing it. He's over as hell with the just me use and the waving. If they have plans for Jimmy, he should win. But if they want to feel good moment and they're not going to continue this feud, then just let Jay win.
So I'm speaking too much of my heart, like the mark I am. I love Jay. He's on fire.
Yes.
I was sick when he lost to Gunther. I want to see Jay win, but before I answer with my heart too much, Matt Hardy beat Jeff at Mania, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Correct.
Jimmy wins. It's always the less sober brother winning.
Yeah, that's what I think. And even with the like you said,
Tradition.
The two brother matches, Owen beat Brett, Matt beat Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? You guys kind of switched me on that one because Jay's had all the momentum. Jay's been in main event matches. Yeah, he doesn't need it. He's been in the Intercontinental Championship scene. He's got a lot of big marquee wins. So I'm agreeing with Jimmy as well.
2 Universal title matches that over a long period of time, but he's challenged Roman twice.
Yeah,
let's not forget he won
Roman.
an illustrious Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
And he's even pinned Roman. So you guys did actually sway me on that. So I'm gonna go with Jimmy as well because he hasn't really done anything. And I talked about this with Triple H and WWE all the time since he's taken over. The way he stretched these things out benefits the story because I talked about this with Io Sky and Bailey. If Vince was in charge, Damage Control would have been broke up in 2 months from Bailey winning Io winning the title. Like the whole Final Testament thing with Lashley and Street Profits, that wouldn't have lasted 4 months to get the Mania.
That has been going on for
they like everything got stretched out, and because he does not overexposing anybody, it might just be a small clip on a small scene on SmackDown or Raw, whatever, and that's all you kind of get to prolong the storyline. So I do appreciate that, but he does get a lot out of these storylines as well. Because you think about it, he turned on Jay at SummerSlam, and it's gotten us to April.
Well, I knew that was going to happen only because even like around that time, that's when they was talking heavy about that's their dream match. So I'm like, all right. And then Jay quits SmackDown. I'm like, all right, this is the way they're going to drag out the match to Mania. I didn't expect him to go to Raw, but ends up going to Raw, gets even more over. So this actually worked out in hindsight.
And him going to Raw helped it.
Exactly, 100%. I hate the feud, to be honest. Like I don't like they have so many layers they could have done, especially with the bloodline being what it's been the last 4 years. And I felt like the build up to this match could have been the match could deliver. Jimmy and Jay, we know what they could do in the ring.
It just could be the match of the weekend.
Yeah, I feel like they should have done more to make it feel more personal heading into this match. Like, yo, Jimmy has screwed Jay out of every possible moment he can have since they've been apart. Like, it should have been more layers for the feud leading up into the Mania match.
You kind of just swerved me on that why I originally picked Jay, because you keep screwing me out of everything, and I keep missing my moment. So now I gotta get my WrestleMania moment. That was my whole point about picking Jay. But as you guys said, the lesser brother, it would do more for because Jay doesn't.
That was always Vince's era, so who knows? Maybe main event wins it again.
I wouldn't be either way. Whoever wins, I'm not going to be upset about. If they're going to continue this after Mania, it would make more sense for Jimmy to win. But if they're just going to have, because obviously they're on two separate brands. I mean, not that means anything to WWE, but if they're going to just like let this be the one-off and Jay gets his revenge, then all right, let Jay win.
All right, so it was Jimmy's all across the board. Women's world titles online. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Who you guys got?
Mommy. She always on top.
Oh God, Becky better. Oh my damn, Becky better not win. Just makes no. I don't give a fuck how long she hasn't been champion, whatever the case may be. Rhea, I hate to even say this, but the years Rhea's had as champion, she's done really nothing.
I'll give you that. From the in-ring perspective, no. But the thing is, Triple H is WWE. She's an integral part of the show. So she's shown all the time. But as far as like title defenses and wrestling, they turn it into kind of like they kind of turn it into a special event when she does wrestle. Right. But she is important in the show. But I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
And in my heart.
Yeah. Gotta love Mommy. There's no reason. Granted, she's been champ for a year already, and it's sad to say that her title defenses consist of Zelina, Maxine Dupree, Nia Jax. What? That's it. Her biggest match that she'd had was her winning the title. She's been champion for a year. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she gotta beat Becky. She has to.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with Rhea as well. And a match that
I'm second guessing it though, the way you just sold that, Jay.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just saying, like it's literally no reasoning why. I granted Becky's on the book tour and all this other stuff. Becky is super established. She don't need to win this match.
Yeah. Also for the Intercontinental titles online, Gunther and Sami Zayn. I'm into this, especially like the whole Chad Gable, somewhat like mentoring Sami Zayn to an extent, because we talked about it all the time, me and Eric, about how all Gunther's IC title matches, they had you at the edge of your seat. It didn't matter who he was facing. You thought Gunther was going to lose. Whether it was McIntyre, Sheamus, The Miz. Eric hated The Miz until November, by the way. Got a great performance from The Miz in his match. The Chad Gable match might be arguably the best singles match that he had for the Intercontinental title. And that's why that he's taking Sami Zayn under his wing, saying you don't have what it takes to beat Gunther, and trying to get him in that position to beat Gunther. So I'm I want Sami Zayn to win because we forget that Sami Zayn's like the ultimate underdog in this situation.
The underdog from the underground.
Yeah,
I'll go with Gunther to win. Because I need him and Chad Gable again.
Look, this is outside of the main event from both nights. To me, this is more unpredictable than the tag ladder match with 20 teams. Every time Gunther has a match, I'm like, he's gonna lose because I'm ready for the title to change. I'm ready for it, and I'm buying in because every match he has is that good. Even if it's a week-long storyline, the storyline is that good that I get excited and invested. I do like Sami. I really wanted Jay to be the one to win it. I love the idea of Chad, his first singles title. I'm going to go with Sami, but I think next week I'll be sitting here. I was wrong again.
I say Sami wins for two reasons. Obviously, because again, he's the underdog heading into the match. The Monday on Raw, when Gunther beat the hell out of him and Gable, he got back up. He didn't quit. I'm like, okay. And you got to think, Gunther's about to be IC champ for almost 2 years. There isn't that many top heels on Raw right now. And, obviously, after Mania, they head into basically a new season for WWE. I feel like this is the way to get the belt off of Gunther and move him to finally going to the world title spot. So I think so. That's the reason I got him. And then plus, Gable, I don't see him turning heel, but he could feud with Sami after Sami wins the belt. And even that will be fire. You saw what they did in the gauntlet. So
NXT vibes, I'm here.
Yeah, so I think Gunther finally loses. If he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel like he's established, man. He is ready to move up. He's ready to move to that world title picture. And I feel like that's right now needs to be the perfect time to do it. Because again, they don't have that many top heels right now going for the world title on Raw. So
and he's done so much for the NXT for the IC title in the meantime, where it's like he drops it. The title's only elevated. We did it again. I would love for
Sami Zayn to win. You guys are, but I'm a stand pat on this one. I'm a stand pat. I'm gonna stand pat. Eric, you talked about the tag team titles. I'm upset about this match as well, being on night one. And correct me if I'm wrong. I did not hear Michael Cole say this, but are both titles hanging above the ring, and the match is over until both sets are taken?
Yeah. So basically, just let us know there's gonna be two different champions coming.
And that's their way. And that's their way of splitting the belts up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for that.
I'm fine with that. Even that's another thing. Long overdue. Like it was cool having them unify it for the feud for the moment because obviously Roman had both belts. So
was that 38? No, it was after. It was SummerSlam, I guess. SummerSlam 2022.
When they unified the titles?
Yeah.
Oh no, they unified them on a SmackDown.
They did. It was a SmackDown
Pro against the Usos. Because remember, it was scheduled for Backlash after Mania, but for some reason they just scraped it and made that match a 6-man tag. It's not
gonna happen because the team's not in there. But I love the idea of like Mysterio and McDonough being in the match and them getting one and then Balor and Priest keeping another. Or I've always wanted them to be like in the back, like, all right, here, look, y'all take these. I'm tired of carrying all these.
I think it's gonna be
missed opportunity.
R-Truth and Miz for the Raw ones. And for the SmackDown ones, I think who's in the match from SmackDown? I forget.
The Brutes. The Brutes.
The Brutes, Theory and Waller.
Very strong style.
Yeah, the Brutes and Theory and Waller. Everybody else is a Raw tag team.
They might give Theory and Waller that moment only because they're heels. And
I'm going Awesome Truth and keep the baby face all around. I'm going for the strong style.
I mean, I would not be opposed to that at all, especially in the Triple H era since he loves Pete. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with Awesome Truth for one.
Yeah, definitely got to win the Raw one.
Yeah, they're winning one set. I just hope I'm looking forward to seeing R-Truth at the top of a ladder.
What if he messes up and he grabs one of each belt?
That would be hilarious. Such a R-Truth thing to happen. Yeah, that'd be
That's perfect. And I'm gonna go with Dunn and Bate to win another set. But if it's just one set of champions, I'll go with Awesome Truth.
Yeah,
they better bring that back up
again.
Yeah, they better bring that back up on Friday when they break down the. Cause I think they got some like matches happening for people that's in that in the ladder match, so they need to make that clear. Cause they did bring it up, but they need to make that clear. Like that's how that ladder match is going.
Yep, and we have Eric's Hart Bailey challenging Io Sky for the women's championship. Who we got?
The Bay. Baelee.
That's another reason
I'm celebrating with her after.
I'm gonna go with Bailey as well, and we'll transition right to Damage Control taking on Black Girl Magic, Naomi, Bianca, and Jade Cargill. Upset I'm not seeing this either in person.
Battle of the asses.
I'm gonna go with Black Girl Magic. Jade's gonna look like a star in this match.
Hell yeah!
The only question I have,
the
only question, because I firmly believe Bianca versus Jade is the women's match for next year's WrestleMania. I'm not, from where we go from here. I know Jade will probably end up being in a tag team. I'm just not sure who her partner will be. Bianca or Naomi.
Bianca,
I think so.
No sense.
To be honest, I think
so.
Jade turns heel right after this.
Really?
I don't even think she even, because SmackDown needs more heels, man. And I don't even think, especially if Bailey wins, she's a face. Like, they're gonna need more people. They're gonna need more heels on SmackDown to even like have them feud. Because if they have an established heel, Bianca
Bailey's gonna have to go through everyone in Damage Control.
I don't know about that. Like, I don't. Outside of Asuka, maybe Dakota, but those are like
definitely
SmackDown matches. Yeah, those are SmackDown matches.
Because the thing is, Damage Control will be defending the tag team titles against a combination of those three. That's probably I'm kind of leaning because it may be Bianca and Naomi, because Bianca is the one who helped Naomi because of the whole situation. She's like, look, I'm not helping Bailey, I'm helping you. I mean, I'm not helping Bailey. I'm not helping Bailey. I'm helping you. But there will be a combination of those three that challenge the Kabuki Warriors for the titles.
They ain't letting Naomi near those tag belts.
They what?
They're not letting Naomi near those tag belts.
Triple H is forgiven. Remember, we're different people now.
Yeah, there's a little switch up, but I'm still sticking with that. They ain't letting near it. Bianca and Jade is a natural looking tag team. It makes the most sense.
Right.
But no matter what,
there's a combination. Mommy pick was clutch too, by the way.
It was.
Jay don't even know.
The Dominic Mommy pick?
Yeah, on your
profile pick. I saw it when I put a screen over. I had to.
All right. So next, the U.S. titles on the line. Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I'm pissed it's a triple threat match. I wanted just Logan versus Randy.
Wow, my Uber driver name is Randy. That's funny.
Yo, Bees needed a payday. Title changes. I like to think Orton gets that feel good moment. Seeing what the new version of the U.S. title. I'm gonna go with Orton.
I think they made this a triple threat only because I feel like this is the way to keep the belt on Logan, and I don't see him losing it right now only because Cleveland SummerSlam. So I feel like they probably drag this out for a little bit. I do see Orton probably getting a one-on-one match against him after this. Same thing for KO. This is a way to get both of them on the show because obviously they're the last two guys that feud with him. And I got Logan winning. So, but in a dumb way, I'm sure. But I don't see them taking the belt off him yet.
Yeah, because when I first saw this happen, well, at Chamber, when he cost Randy the Chamber match, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for this match. Because Logan Paul, whatever, feel how you want about him, he's been amazing. I wanted that match, but also they gave themselves an out with the whole Kevin Owens thing at the Rumble, because Owens never really got his rematch from that. So it ends up being a triple threat. I do think Logan Paul retains, but I don't think Randy Orton needs the U.S. title at all. I don't. I do think we get the Randy Logan match, but Randy doesn't need that U.S. title at all.
Again, it's a good thing about the theme of this show. I could see it going every way. I love when it ain't predictable. That's when it's the best.
All right. And this will officially be on site. AJ Styles and LA Knight. Who you got? But I got to say this. That was awesome.
Yeah, on site. Yeah.
That was amazing.
LA needs it way more than AJ needs
I was
it.
about to say that LA definitely. I feel like LA needs it more than AJ. AJ again, another guy who's it's AJ fucking Styles established. LA needs that moment. He's been in these moments, but he hasn't won yet. So for him to be on a big stage against a guy like AJ Styles, I don't expect this match to be great, unfortunately. Only because I feel like this is one of those matches at Mania that they don't give the focus too much on. I mean, we are in a different era, the Triple H era, so I would love to be proven wrong. But definitely, I'm going with LA Knight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with LA Knight as well. And a couple of quick hits. We got the Pride taking on the Final Testament. What you guys got?
The Pride.
Pride as well. And finally, we got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee taking on Dom and Santos Escobar.
Bathroom break, but
That was racist.
oh, right now, what? There's other Hispanics on this card I want to see. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know who I think wins. I'd say Ray and Dragon Lee, but
you know it's gonna suck. The thing that sucks about this, it can't live up to last year's entrances.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
I don't know. I feel like it's wrong to like give it to Ray. Like
now I see him being
last
down
year.
2 years in exactly. That's the only reason I'm confused. I'm like, I don't see them being down 2 years in a row, but it's one of those matches like a feel good kind of match. Like Dragon Lee having his dream tag team with Ray. Yeah.
Get the one guy from Judgment Day. LWO needs the win, whether it be So I'll go LWO with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Santos and Dom to win the match, and that's the final card for WrestleMania. So we previewed everything. We got Stand Deliver as well. I haven't really caught much of NXT lately because I've been busy, but I'm looking forward to Trick and Mello.
Yeah,
it's gonna hit.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's main eventing, right? Even without the strap.
It's main eventing. Yep. It's main eventing. I'm looking forward to Roxanne and
Trick comes out in his Eagles jersey.
Probably.
Oh God.
Probably.
Yeah, I hope he loses.
Hey, thanks for Saquon. I'm looking forward to Roxanne, Lyra Valkyria. I'm looking forward to that as well. And I've talked about this too. I've been a big fan of the whole JC Jane, Chase U stuff. I thought that's been really entertaining. But I'm going to watch. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it next week. And Donovan was in the chat earlier, said he's actually going live. Going to be at the show live, and wants to give his thoughts next week as well. What you guys' schedules look like for WrestleMania?
Ooh, I got tomorrow the world. I'm gonna try to stalk my father, get a picture. I was trying to meet Cody at the world, but the tickets sold out.
You gonna get his autograph tattooed?
Listen, if I get an autograph, that's exactly what I'm doing.
It might get you to a show for free.
Right, yeah, right. Well, I need to start begging on Twitter, begging these wrestlers on Twitter so I can get tickets at this point. What's tomorrow? The World Wrestlemania that night. I'll be very intoxicated. I'm not intoxicated because I have to work the next, literally right after. Friday, WrestleCon, me and Sting. Back to the World. May stop at Suplex Vintage Wrestling Store.
Friday, like good time. First of its kind.
We got Ring of Honor Friday, and then Westside Gun got a Hills Have Oz show at TLA. Then Saturday NXT and Mania.
Yeah, you were gonna be beat.
And Mania night too. And then mind you, I have no vacation time, so all this is. Then I gotta go to work.
Yikes!
So
tentatively right now I'm Wally Mania tomorrow. I'm 50-50 might be at SmackDown because I want to see Paul going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go, but I kind of regret getting them damn Ring of Honor tickets because that card does not look that good.
Yeah, I don't even want to bury it, but Yeah, so that then I'll wake up. I'll be at Suplex Mania probably like when it starts. Might do something after. I'm not really sure what I'm doing for night one of Mania. There's a 10% chance I might go. If not, I'll just be watching it live.
Are you guys going? Well, I know you're going to night 2. You going to anything, E?
Besides night 2, I'll be at Suplex Mania. I'll do. I might do the watch party at Suplex for night 1, or I'll just see where the intoxication during the day takes me. And then
intoxication takes me to spend an unnecessary amount of money. So let's try my best.
I mean, you and me the same. When we
y'all are very alike.
Yeah. So
I'm the only responsible person here.
We always need a responsible one in the group.
I'll be boozing early too for night 2, and night 2 is gonna be a movie. I might hire someone to just bring a camera and follow me.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. So this will be Eric. If anybody wants to like see somebody doing this, just know this is Eric.
Jeez Louise. Since when do you know technology? You are crafty today.
I'm learning. My schedule
that's after security drops me for going in the ring to celebrate with my cousin Cody.
Or Bailey. You mean Bailey.
I don't think he's believing in incest.
So tomorrow I'll be at Wale Mania for sure.
Right, guys, you gotta pull up, get fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Wale Mania. That's where I started. That's a lot.
Yeah, so I will be at Wale Mania tomorrow night. Friday and Saturday, nothing because I live too far. He's gonna be
on stage. He's hosting it.
I'm actually gonna be on stage, but I'm not hosting anything. I don't know. I'm not doing that.
Jealous, but so Friday and Saturday, I live too far to travel back and forth to Philly. I live way too far out now, so everything will be done Sunday. I will go to the World Sunday morning, and
I go on Monday.
I do want to go to WrestleCon, but I know a lot of people aren't doing Sunday. I don't think I was really going to buy anything. It's probably just like walk around, see what was going on.
If you do want to go Sunday, let me know because I know I'm not going, and I got the 3-day pass. You can just have my resume instead of wasting.
Oh, okay. Appreciate that. And I guess after WrestleCon, it'll just be night 2. Probably meet up with Eric wherever he is. I might find him on the ground at that point, but that's my schedule. I can't keep driving back and forth. I'm too far.
Looking forward to happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, happy holidays. So Christmas also happens starting tomorrow. So Jay, I mentioned this to you. Me and Eric were into figs. I know you told me you were into everything. Pause, including figs. I knew you were in a wrestling shirt because funny you actually got a shirt. No, because me and Jay are in the same Discord group.
Yes, we are.
Mr.
Matt's guy.
Yeah, so we're in the same Discord as well. So I know him through that as well, other than IG. So fig reveals. We got a couple things a little earlier. Steve Ozer, he debuted the new Ultimate Undertaker, which I said no at first, but then like he took this picture and posed it. I was like, okay.
I want him with the belt pose and lifting it. Yo, you do rank him up there like top 4 for Big Gold from WWE, so that you do need that.
Yeah, because like it's granted it's not it's debatable when the Ruthless Aggression era ended. But this is a 2010 Taker.
I would say 07.
No, he actually said 09 in the description because I know in 07 he did have like a design on his tights, but I know that red one was specifically like in 09. I do know that, and he did post it and he did confirm it.
Sorry, guys, if you don't see my face, I am actually going my way to work.
You're good. All good. So that did pop me.
Randy pulled up.
Yeah, so that Taker, like, I'll just wait for it to go on sale because Target's good for sale. Two weeks after the debut. He also showed the new Cody Owens and Owens and Sammy from Ultimate 21. The Cody looks good. Just got to swap a head out. Sammy and KO, I'm good. And then he also
Sammy's disappointing because it could have been a 2-4 and you could have got a good undershirt. But
Yeah, and then he showed the next Legend series, Hulk Hogan with the guitar, 3-minute warning, and the Boss Man, which I popped the
3-minute warning is
3-minute
pretty
warning,
cool.
but I'm going the rest. They have Rico. I might have to reconsider because you gotta have the whole set. You gotta have the whole trio. But I'm good on that. So also I'm not sure if you've seen the flyer, but they also have the Elite Collection,
Gunther Ultimate, and a
the
new Seth
Gunther
Ultimate.
Ultimate and the Seth Rollins. Obviously, more picture of the Gunther. Maybe it's a different face that'll sell me on it, but I have his latest Elite. We'll have to see where that goes. But I know it'll come with the IC belt, and I need an IC belt. But Jay,
it's gonna match the rest of Imperium.
Yeah. So anything that you want to see, because our predictions, they're predictions, but like sometimes we're pretty much spot on, and sometimes we're reaching. But
this is the first year I'm blank slate. I'm going in as blank
really?
slate, especially because I've been trying to calm down and I've been trying to liquidate. I don't know. Hopefully they wow me. Hopefully it's a rare bust, but Mattel usually over delivers.
So
yeah,
what do you want to see?
Because
I want it to be tamed.
Yes, because for example, like every year we've done this show, I swear I've said Billy Kidman, and I've never gotten it.
You want a Billy Kidman figure?
I love Billy Kidman.
Oh man, I mean, he was cool for his time, but if they do a Billy Kidman figure, gotta be WCW gear.
Yes, or early WWE Billy Kidman, but I want a WCW Billy Kidman. I talked to you about a one night stand RVD. We finally got it.
Yes, I need that. That was amazing.
Yeah. I was talking about that for years, and we finally got it.
ECW Dudley. That's the only thing I want.
Yeah, I want WWF Dudleys.
Of course,
but I do know we'll see Dudleys. It's just a matter of which one do we get first.
Right.
So I'm hoping for some Dudleys, but I know we'll get some kind of photo art for that.
I figure we'll get pictures of actual Steiner brothers.
Yes, that too. I'm pretty sure we'll get that. And as far as anything like that's missing up here, I'm kind of in agreement with you because even the Survivor Series 02 Sean, like we were clamoring for that as well. We got it, and I don't think any. I know, and I always said it's so awful. No, we want it, but we're going to say it's awful.
Yeah,
and
I'm waiting for it.
I don't have it.
I need it. That's a must-have.
Yeah, I was there that night for that show. I said definitely got a little sentimental value to me being there for Survivor Series that night when he came back at one because Sean was like my first wrestler that I started watching when I got into wrestling. That was my favorite. So it was kind of cool to see him come back and win that world title. But I hated that gear. Cowboy boots with round doodle trunks. It was just
his hair was about as long as mine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, had the shirt, had the mom cut everything.
Did you ever buy those chalk line shorts?
Nah, I slapped.
I was
about to say Jay probably got them.
No, I didn't even think about it. I'm not wearing those.
When he has company over, that's the shorts he gives them.
That's what the girls wear. That's crazy.
You're right.
Here you go.
I come back to the crib after that. Give me the wear. Oh no.
Yeah. One more thing. I just had it at the top. We know Pillman has a Legends deal now, so we could finally complete 97 Heart Foundation and probably the Hollywood Blondes.
They're gonna retro it. Well, we already had it.
Yeah, I know, but the retro, the fact that they could retro it helps me.
Yeah, I needed Pillman's Got a Gun. I needed Pillman's Got a Gun Ultimate or something.
But what was that? I would love an American Badass Undertaker or a Big Evil, a full complete one.
Red Hoodie Ultimate.
That would be fire.
I'll take it because I prefer American. I would love an American Badass one.
Did they do a Big Evil one? When he had the shirt he wore from in 03, the Pain Syndicate shirt?
They did. I sold it. I sold it a while back. Maybe 3-4 years ago, I sold it because it was going for money.
It was?
Oh my god! Yeah, that figure was going for like $50 loose.
I gotta start looking into the figure business again because I get them because if I have plans of ever meeting the wrestlers or just certain ones that I just think look fire and I need. like an Outsiders 2-pack that's coming out.
Oh,
I need
that's
to
no
pre-order
brainer.
that. Yeah, I need to pre-order that one. I
Yep.
still need to get
And
the
then it saved
Bloodline
10%.
Usos too. Yeah, right. Save 10% on.
Yep. I have those. I have those up here. Yeah, because my space is limited, so I know I got space for Dudley's up here. In an American Badass Undertaker, and anything else they have, like it's pretty. It'll have to replace somebody up there. But in the last couple of years, we've gotten pretty much everybody I can actually like want and think of. But
Same.
I know
Like,
I've been
wanted
stuck
the
on that
Orton.
Billy Kidman.
Yeah, you probably get a Billy, maybe him and Tori 2-pack, 50 Animals, a 50 Animals pack. That'd be nice.
They canceled the Filthy Animals Ray, which really upset me because I think I was going to get it, but
Which
yeah,
which one was it? Which gear was it? Because obviously he didn't wear his mask at that time.
no, I'm not sure. I don't because it didn't
I
get
can't remember
that
the gear.
far.
The only thing that was memorable was it was going to be him maskless.
Yeah, with the horns.
Okay,
Because
so
I'm
that was
not
like
sure
later,
they get.
later years, later.
Yeah, so I'm not sure
WCW
if they
dying days.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they even like had like clothes for him. I know like we saw renders or like
I think it was
a
soft
mold of
goods.
it.
I feel like
Okay.
soft goods.
That
Yeah,
was fire.
even
The devil horns with the jumpsuit like he wore at
I think it was a jumpsuit.
Super Bowl event. Yeah, Super Bowl Revenge. That was like 01.
yeah. So I think there's not really much I want. Anything else is probably pretty much just like an upgrade or replacement. And like even like some people's attires, like I know there's an Ultimate J coming, but he was actually on that flyer, and I don't think it's a Yeet version of J.
Speaking of Ultimates, did y'all see the new ones? For Mania last year, they fucked up the Cody, and then they got the Sammy and KO.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm,
we
yep.
were just talking about them. It's good. You got to get them because you were there, living and loving.
I didn't go last year.
Oh man, I didn't even send you your itinerary.
Nah, yeah, last year I didn't go. LA, I love LA, but damn, I was like, yeah, I can't do this year.
Yeah, because you would have had to go to work right after.
Well, not at the time. Actually, at the time, I wasn't even working. I had just left Mitchell and Ness, and then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, if I would have been,
We can't plug them here.
No.
do your thing.
No, I'm good. I have a love hate relationship with Eminem.
Same here. I enjoyed the time I spent there, but it's a lot of things, a lot of behind the scenes stuff about that POS of a company. But we could do that for another day. It'd be a dark side of the ring, Mitchell and Ness.
No, my thing was the quality of the jerseys because
don't get me started.
Yeah, because
I got stories for days about that crap.
Because I'm old. I'm old enough to like. Me and you probably. I think we're a year apart. But so I was around to have the original version of the jersey. So some of them I still have. My OG from back in the day. So I'm like, what the hell is this thick shit? It's just like, what is this like? What was it that I remember what I remember like I can't remember which one I had, but the differences were like night and day. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going OG for now on because a lot of times you can find the OG for cheaper or the same.
That's what I've been realizing a lot lately. Like you can find like the Champions, the Nikes, the Authentics from back in the day. Like you could find them for much cheaper than freaking $325.
So like the only ones like I'll settle for, like for example, like Charles Barkley, he doesn't have a Mitchell and Ness deal. If he ever did get one, I would probably go that route because his jersey, since he doesn't have a deal, you find one of his, they're like $1,200,
mm-hmm.
and there's so little of his jerseys on the open market, so you could charge whatever you want.
Like they used to make them before they had the official deal because they used to take them to I forget a warehouse when Pete and them was running it to make the jersey. But of course now with them being involved with NBA, all the other sports companies, now even WWE, go figure, they can't just make things at their will. So like a lot of old Mitchell Ness Barkley jerseys, like you said, those joints are expensive. And they're not even good sizes. They're like 2, 3X's, 4X's. Like,
Yeah, well, I've seen the ones, they're in my size. It's like a 48 or a 52. I can wear that. But the thing is, they're a pretty penny. And I always see the same ones, like legit the same ones. Like there's one with an autograph on the back that I always see circulating. Because I prefer the black one. I try to stay away from white because the white ones, white jerseys get stained too early. But my rule is OG. If I can't get the OG, then it's the last resort. The shorts are fine. I'll get Mitchell and Ness shorts. That's fine. The shorts are pretty good. But jerseys, no, I can't do it. I just can't.
Now they have a new company, a new brand, not a new brand, new warehouse they get the jerseys from. So the quality has gotten worse. So
I won't find out. I'm glad I won't find out.
Exactly. Don't waste your time. And I was saying this before I even left. So this is not me trying to bash them kind of thing because I complained every day working there. I felt like CM Punk.
You're a grizzled vet. You're
CM Punk
and you work with fucking kids.
Yo, it's funny enough, before I left, I posted that video. I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. That didn't go over well at my job because I'm sure they knew what I was talking about. So,
all right, you guys got anything else for me?
That'd be it.
All right, so I guess you guys see us tomorrow, Wrestlemania. Come say hi. We'll charge for pictures.
yes.
Aaron's rate is not going to be as high as Jay's. Jay's worth a little more for the pet.
Oh man.
Yeah, Eric's easy. Just come up with a beer. Eric's easy.
Come up with a beer.
Easy.
Yeah.
You gotta sell me a bit.
Girls come from.
You gotta sell me a bit. So that's it for the show, guys. For Hacksaw J. Duggan, for Eric the Model Trembicki, I'm Alo Aaron Lloyd. We'll see you guys soon.